straight to your back, puts you in danger. 4 points. Very simple score.
Well, the simplest of scores, but the most fantastic of results as we march on to the next bronze medal match between Russia and Sweden. Milana Dadasheva, she's the young lady in your shot there, the 22-year-old. She's coming into this one against Sweden's Fredrika Pettersson, the 23-year-old from Klippen. And of course, if you're an expert in the sport, you'll know that Klippen has a real history and heritage in the sport.
Yeah, and not just the sport of wrestling, but you see where the power from the Sweden women's wrestling comes from, and it's from Klippen, and they have a tournament there, the Klippen Ladies Open, and that goes from the senior level all the way down to cadet. So you see the best wrestling countries with the developmental programs in women's wrestling taking their athletes to Klippen because they know that's where they're going to get tested, and that's where the Swedes really put out great women's wrestlers.
And adding to that great history and heritage here is Pettersson. She's going to have to go some against Dadasheva, who grabs that single leg straight away, and she looks super strong, the Russian. Can she get to her feet, or is the referee going to hold them up? He is indeed. And of course, the Russians no slouch when it comes to the sport of wrestling. And Dadasheva, slightly the longer in terms of limb length. Can she use that to an advantage? She's got that power as well. And as we saw from the previous bronze medal match, just a little impasse, things slow down, you figure out what's going on. Both ladies looking for answers.
And both probably going to be part of the future of their respective countries. Both junior world medalists. Dadasheva, two-time junior world bronze medalist, while PETERSSON, junior world bronze medalist, also in 13. So Dadasheva made the Olympic team last year, competed in Rio, won a match. Coming off a bronze medal performance in 2016 here at the European Championships, was a European junior champion in 2015. So these two wrestlers, this will not be the first time or last time they meet.
Absolutely.
At
one of the first
continental or world level.
Absolutely. One of the first chances to dance for them as they goes for the double leg there. Good attempt, but sacrifices position there. Bit of a mistake there. Gives up the 2-point takedown. And can it be more for Dadasheva? Can she get her legs out and stand? Oh, better defense there from Pettersson. Almost, she was in a good position and seemed to just momentarily lose it for a second.
You know, there's things that you can teach and things you cannot teach in the sport of wrestling. And that right there, that was a feel. She felt the position, hit a technique that you just really, it's hard to teach. It's something that good athletes, great athletes know by feel, and boom, it was like she was dead to rights, and boom, comes around for two.
Well, as you say, the fighting instincts of Dadasheva serving her well here as she sneaks around again. Oh, sacrifices the high position, looks like she's hurt her knee there. And the referee's looking at a pin. That looked like a significant injury to the knee of Dadasheva. She looks to be in a lot of pain, but that's irrespective because the pin makes the pain feel even worse.
Yeah, a good whip over. That's something the Swedes are really known for, is their short offense. And we've also got a blue challenge brick coming in. The referee says, no, you don't.
Yeah, I think it's immaterial. Right to throw the challenge, but straight away the knee there of Dadasheva. She was in prime position for that throw. Seemed to hurt herself in the attempt of doing that sacrifice throw. Well, we can only hope that she's okay. Heavily strapped, but strapped with the medal at the end there. Fredrika Pettersson. Well, that's sad to see, but that shows you the physical nature of this sport.
It's not easy, and it doesn't always feel good either, John. But that was a situation where the injury obviously played a role in the finish of that move, but that's something that the Swedes are great with their. In America, we call some things like that little junk throws, little whip overs. It's not junk. It's a technique that doesn't have a high degree of success if everybody tries it.
Sure.
But those who are really good at it are really good at it.
Absolutely.
And the Swedes are no exception.
No, it's interesting when people do things that are unconventional. They do have a little look at this one here.
Yeah,
let's watch for the knee.
Hips over on the whizzer, and boom, and it's right there. You can see that she was already out holding that knee, but hit that whip over from the whizzer and just boom.
No, I think you're absolutely right. You can maybe